Hi, everyone. All right, so this is 2021. Happy New Year. Even if we have, I don't know if you do have resolutions, I actually have objectives for myself. I actually set out objectives like it was my job to make my own happiness, and actually it is. And then at mid-year, I actually evaluate my objectives and see what I've accomplished, what I've in the way of accomplishing it, or what is impossible. So with resolutions or objectives or etc., I don't know if you're doing a dry January, but I'm not. And the thing is that I do 1-2 cocktails a week, and then that's it. So I decided that this week I want to make 2 cocktails, but it's the same base, and I decided to show both. I'm actually going to, in about an hour or so, I'm having a call, like a Zoom call, with very good friends of mine, Olivia and Björn, in Berlin. And I'm really excited. And we've decided to we're going to have a whiskey sour. So I decided to do that today in my video because I'm going to send them the video before so they can see how to do it. And then we're going to have our call. So, but the whiskey sour that I'm going to do today, I have another one. So I have a top up on that, which is called a New York sour, which is one of my favorite at Christmas with my friend Jose. And we do that cocktail because it's a whiskey sour that we top with red wine, but I'll show you because we layer it. So I think it's going to be really interesting. So of course, I've been vegan since July, and I've been doing vegan cocktails. My friend Olivia is also a vegan, so today is the vegan, so we're using aquafaba instead of egg white. So it's also very safe. It's a joke, it's funny. I had a joke in my head. It's also safer for pregnant women. That's a joke. It's a joke. Don't go and quote me on that. So, but the cocktail is very easy. So you have your spirit. So I'm going to use the Woodford Reserve, which is a Kentucky bourbon, which I really like. Yes, we say whiskey sour. You can do a whiskey rye bourbon. I love bourbon, so I'm doing bourbon. Then you're going to need some simple syrup. You're going to need some fresh lemon juice and aquafaba. So of course, if you use real egg whites, you can, and I'll tell you how, but I use actually, and I was checking, so I opened a can of chickpeas this time because I didn't have time to cook my chickpeas. So I went and bought a can, and it gave me a whole cup of aquafaba, and I thought it was interesting. And of course, you use ice, and I have my Boston shaker. So the recipe is very easy, but there's a trick. I don't know if you remember the trick from the pisco sour, is that you start the shake dry. That means with no ice, because you want the aquafaba or the egg whites to foam before you actually cool down the beverage. And I have 2 glasses, and they're both different this time. So I'll do the whiskey sour simple in this one. This is a Jack Daniel's glass because I like to buy my bottles when there's a little prize, a little promotional glass with it. So I get glasses for free because I'm going to buy the alcohol anyways. And then this one was rum. It's Heart and Sun. And I got this beautiful glass when I bought the bottle of rum when my friend Philippe from Quebec came to visit me many months ago. So yes, I have to say rum is not one of my favorite. I have it usually for guests, or once in a while I'll do something with it, but it's not my favorite. Don't tell anybody. All right, so we're gonna start this. So I have my little jigger. What you want is an ounce and a half of your spirit. And in this case, beautiful bourbon. Put that in the shaker. And then you want, then we flip it. So I want 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Then you want 3/4 of simple syrup. So I actually make my own, and my ratio for my simple syrup is 1:1. So if you do 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. If you do 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water, etc. So I already have the base, and then I'm going to add the aquafaba or the egg whites. So egg whites you can add If you have a medium or large egg, technically a whole egg white is fine. And if you're using aquafaba, I put 3/4 of an ounce. And then that's it. So these first four ingredients, and like I said, you have to do a dry shake. So we're gonna do this. And then we just shake a little bit. And what that's gonna do is actually, it's gonna break the molecules to create kind of a foam, which is absolutely fantastic. And you see it's already, I see it. So we remove it, then we start putting ice. Because I remember, if you remember my cocktail, one of the first cocktails I did, ice is part of a cocktail. It is an ingredient. You need to be able to cool that beverage down. So here we go. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. So this is the first. So this is a very simple cocktail. And you will see that even with the aquafaba, I hope you see my glass. Yes, you're going to see my glass very well. So it's actually going to be very creamy. So as you see, so it takes a few seconds just for the foam actually to lift off, but you see it has this beautiful color and this beautiful cocktail, and it's amazing. I love this. But I am going to make a second one, same recipe. And I know I should have topped this one, but it's different glass. I want to make sure that I don't do it wrong. So I'm actually going to keep the ice in this one just because for the video, but let's do it. So, and also with my friend, I'll be able to have 2 cocktails. It's not a problem. This is the syrup. So again, 1.5 ounces of spirit, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of, I flipped it by mistake. And so 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of aquafaba. I flipped it, so yes, you're probably going, he lied to us, he lied to us. No, I didn't. Then we put it, we tap, we shake, shake, shake. What a beautiful day. All right, so we do this. Oh, it's amazing how a simple classic cocktail is simple to make. You just need a couple of really good ingredients, and then you have a beautiful cocktail. All right, so I'm going to put this away. Here is the trick. So let me see if I can do this. Yes, I think you can see here. All right, so I use a Baco Noir, which is a red wine that's very, you need a red wine that is bold and a little bit kind of spicy and like fruity, but like cinnamony, black cherry-ish, etc. So what I do is I have a little measuring cup. It's like 1/4. I fill it to half because you don't need that much. Maybe 3/4, 2/3. And then here's the trick. So I've seen this before. I've never really tried it, but I want to try it. So I'm going. So you see when you have a bar spoon, you see that it's all like twisted. And that's the thing, is that when you stir, it actually helps your finger to actually keep stirring instead of having a regular flat or spoon that is really difficult. So it actually makes it easier. But what you do is you flip it around and you put that thing, whatever that's called, the end, in the glass, and then you pour on the swirl. And then it's like a very delicate, it's not that delicate. I know I'm going to make a mess. And voila. And then it's as simple as that. And what you can see is that it created a layering of red wine. And this, my friends, sorry, there's more than one people listening to this. I always say the funniest things, don't you think? So it layers the red wine, and that, my friends, is called the New York Sour. So my friend Sue from Brooklyn was emailing me during Christmas time, and she said, "Oh, I missed your videos for." So I said, "Oh, maybe I should do something with New York in mind." So, well, Sue, Happy New Year! This is a New York Sour for you. And P.S. If all of you are like, "Who's Sue?" Go and check the Sue Lawless Martini. I had it the other day. That Pinot Grigio with the rosemary that I have as my vermouth that I made myself is still good. I still have some in it. It's amazing. It's so fragrant. You just need a little bit to perfume that vodka. What a great martini. So, to your health, my friends. Oh, and the creaminess. It's aquafaba. It's so crazy. This one with the red wine has that balance of the kind of sweetness and then the acidity of the wine. It's really good. Those are two great cocktails. So just don't forget to be safe. Stay home. We're all in this together. Love you all.